Hey, your description of you eating while Novocaine is absolutely hysterical and makes me feel better about all of my efforts over the years to eat well while Novocaine. Um, I once had two cavities on my like one on each side filled, so my entire bottom jaw was numb. But it was the week before Yom Yisrael, so I then went back to camp after that. I like had left early and came back, and I'm trying to carry on conversations with my group members, but I can't actually make my lower jaw work or, talk at all and make myself understood. So I was the entertainment that afternoon. It was not effective. I don't know if you can tell by my voice. So the vote came in. I mean, not many. I don't know, four or five people voted, and suggested duet. And I hear, Greg, that you are capable of splicing two videos, so that would be exciting. Um, but I don't know if you could tell by my voice, but I am finally sick. I have one kid who has he comes to every class with like a giant box of tissues, and I just have never seen so much snot come out of one person. He's like 7. I'm glad he's using tissues now. He used to just snot all over his hands and then go wash them regularly, which was kind of horrifying. But I assumed since it had lasted so long it was allergies. But seeing as I am now sick, he is my most likely suspect. Anyway, I feel like my voice is lower now, so I probably shouldn't do that. Although, actually, if we're doing anything you can do, then maybe I could do it. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Um, yes, that was the friend song that I already taught them, although that is not the song that I was looking for. I went out on a limb and I emailed Miss Quinn because she was the only person I could remember at Cheltenham who was likely to still be there, and indeed she's still there. So I emailed her saying, I don't know if you have any contact info for Mrs. Lombardi or Mrs. Katz, but there's this song, and I wrote the lyrics in the email. I was like, do you happen to remember it? Do you know anyone who might remember it? Fully expecting. I mean, I know I was 5, but I felt like Mrs. Lombardi was like older than Saba and Safta are now when I was 5. So surely 20 years later, like, everyone is dead, right? No, she was like, oh, Mrs. Lombardi, they're both retired, but Mrs. Lombardi lives near me, and I'll stop in and see her, and I'll find out the lyrics. So that's kind of awesome, and way more positive than I expected it to be. I'm pretty glad, so that's good. There was something else, there were other things I was going to tell you. No idea what they are now. I have a 3-day weekend, so today's Friday, but that's why I'm still in pajamas. Woohoo! Because it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I did nothing today, and it was wonderful. I should probably go grocery shopping, but oh well. I guess I'm glad that this first time that I'm kind of sick, I have a long weekend because we don't get sick days. So I'm glad that it's timed such that if I want to sit at home and do nothing, and I can sit at home and do nothing, that's very nice. Um, while looking around my apartment, I feel like there was something else I had to tell you, and I'm hoping something will trigger it, but I can't think of anything. So I'll look for a backing video or backing audio for anything you can do, and we will get on that. Um, I'll have to try and figure out how I can. Maybe I'll have to use my computer to play one and my phone to do the other. We'll have to see how you can do it. I don't know. Yeah, things are good here. It's finally like nice and cold out, so I'm able to wear long pants or long skirts and leggings. Well, we're not quite in legging season. I have fleece leggings, so we're not quite there, but that's all right. Oh my God. Okay, so we had field day yesterday, and it involved this game. Our kids are American age. We have a class of 3s turning 4s. My class are 4 turning 5, and there's another of 4 turning 5, and then there's 2 classes of 5 turning 6. And we played this game called Running Man that is hysterical. So this video is going over. Sorry. They have these like big name tags. It's like this large rectangle of Velcro, and it goes on you put it on their back, and their name goes on the other side. So it Velcro rips off. I guess so you can play many rounds, whatever. So they all start with their name tag on, and when you say go, they scatter. The goal, you have like a boundary. We've laid it out with cones. You are supposed to rip the Velcro name tag off of your opponent, off of anyone else, really, because it's one for all, everyone for themselves or whatever. And then not get your own name tag ripped off. When your tag is ripped off, you're out. You go sit, and as long as the last person with their tag still on wins. It was hysterical. My entire class went for each other at once and collided in a mass of 4 tiny bodies, which was beautiful. And then once they realized what had happened, they all ran away from each other. So nothing happened there except a collision. After they ripped the name tags, usually we would have them throw it on the ground. Usually one, I guess, throws it on the ground, but we were collecting it from them. On multiple occasions, Kid A rips a tag off Kid B. Kid A then hands the tag to a teacher, and as they are still enough to hand the tag to the teacher, Kid C comes and rips the tag off of Kid A, hands it to the teacher also, and dashes, effectively getting out Kids A and B. So very well done. And then towards the end, we should have made the boundary smaller, but there were 3 kids left. And A and B are chasing each other. I think A was chasing B for a while, then B was chasing A for a while, then Kid C, he's in my class, and he realizes that he's not part of this little tiff or whatever. There were only 3 kids left on the field. Everyone's watching them. And so Kid C just sort of like stands to the side catching his breath and watching kids A and B like duke it out. And then you could see them at one, not even talking, just look at each other, look at him, realize he's still standing there, and they both went for him. But then he kept running, and they were just kept going, so we just called the game and called them all winners. It was beautiful. And then there's the bits when there are 2 kids who are trying to rip each other's tag off, so they're just like hugging. They're just violently hugging. It's beautiful. I think probably if you were to try and you could do this game with anyone in any group, it's wonderful. But you could use like masking tape and paper plates. The stickers, I think, would stick too well and wouldn't rip off very well, like "Hello, my name is" stickers. And I don't think you would want something that's like flapping, like a paper plate taped just on one side or whatever, because then it's too easy to grab. So if you have a paper plate that's like taped at 4 different spots or whatever, then it's securely on the back, but also you can rip it off. So yeah. 10 out of 10, do recommend that game for maximum hilarity. It was wonderful. So I will, I guess, update you on, today's Friday, so I'll update you on like Saturday or Sunday with how my weekend's going. My goals are to watch a lot of West Wing, finally get my user card for the cafe I frequent registered, because the website is down every time I try. I'm going to go in there and be like, you need to help me. It's down and it's in Korean. And I need to go grocery shopping. So hopefully I can manage that in the next 3 days. Enjoy your hopefully long weekend. Bye.